Hello everyone, I hope you're all safe and sound at home. So, this week's writing lesson is a continuation of the compare and contrast that we started. Compare meaning similarities and contrast meaning differences. So, you're going to compare and contrast either two things, two places. For example, last week you were supposed to fill in the graphic organizer for two restaurants. Yeah, this week you're gonna fill a graphic organizer for two schools. But before we reach the homework part, we're going to open our books to page 86, and we're going to arrange the sentences in the proper order to form the concluding paragraph of a compare and contrast essay about the similarities and differences of living in the city and living in the village. So open your books to page 86. So these are the sentences present on your books. As you all know that my conclusion should always begin with which transition word? In conclusion. So I know that the sentence that has in conclusion in it is the first sentence of the concluding paragraph. So this would be number 1. In conclusion, deciding on a place to live depends on different aspects. Now what do? I decide so I could decide which one is number 2, which one is a 3, and which one is 4. I read the sentences. We start with the first one. City life and country life share facilities and schooling, while they differ in entertainment and job opportunities. Let's read this sentence now, this one. In other words, the idea that living in the city is more practical is an interesting one. What am I doing here? I'm giving my opinion. Usually the final thought is which sentence in the concluding paragraph? Yes, it's usually the last sentence when you give your opinion about which one is more interesting or which one is more practical. Like over here, it means this is your final thought, which means the final sentence of the concluding paragraph. So I've got sentence number 1, which contains in conclusion, and the last sentence, which contain my opinion. So this one is sentence number 4. I've got now 3 and 2. The two most popular places can be in the city or in the villages. So I've got number 1. In conclusion, deciding on a place to live depends on different aspects. I'm going to say which two places I'm going to compare now. The two most popular places can be in the city or in the village. The thesis statement. Number 3 would be a summary of body 1 and body 2. City life and country life share facilities and schooling, while they differ in entertainment and job opportunities. And finally, it would be my opinion. In other words, the idea that living in the city is more practical and it is an interesting one. Okay? So you have, for next week, you're going to put all these 4 sentences in one paragraph. Do not forget to indent. Okay, you have to indent, leave some space at the beginning of the paragraph. So you start by number 1, number 2, 3, and finally your opinion, which is 4. In addition to writing the concluding paragraph, you will have to write an essay this week showing the similarities and differences between two schools. And you have to fill in the graphic organizer. For example, I chose American Lebanese school, and it's up to you whatever other school you want to choose. So let's see. We've got the title. I've got ALS over here. Choose another school here. It's of your choice. Surprise me. So over here in ALS, which I find that it's not present in all schools, we've got the number of students in class is pretty small, which is better. We've got more activities, and it has a friendly atmosphere. There's no bullying, there's nothing like that. So again, you have to choose 2 schools. I already wrote ALS and blah blah for you, the title. You're gonna fill this in, and then the other school of your own choice, you're gonna write its whatever privileges here, and then the similarities between ALS and the other school would be in the middle, And finally, after you do the graphic organizer, you're going to have to write at least the introduction. Okay? Stay at home and stay safe, grade 7.